We last saw Joseph Duncan in court in Kootenai County 14 months ago, where he tearfully pleaded guilty to 3 murders. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Dave Erickson. It was a different story in a Boise courtroom today. Duncan showed no emotion as he pleaded guilty to 10 federal charges relating to the kidnappings of Shasta and Dylan Groney and Dylan's murder.
We have in-depth coverage on the Joseph Duncan case tonight. We're going to begin with KXLY4's Melissa Luck, who's been following this story since it first began in 2005. Melissa?
Yeah, Joseph Duncan was scheduled to go on trial on these federal charges in January, but entered that plea agreement today, pleading guilty to 10 federal charges. You may remember Joseph Duncan kept a blog before his arrest for those murders in Idaho, once saying he'd gotten away with things over and over again and was going to do it to get even with society. When he was arrested in Coeur d'Alene in 2005, several other families finally had the answers they were looking for.
We were prepared to go to trial today.
14 months ago marked the end of the first chapter in this horrific case. Joseph Duncan pleaded guilty to 3 murders, and we learned that with his arrest came the promise of other child murders finally being solved. While Duncan was still in the Kootenai County Jail, investigators from California came to see him. They also collected his fingerprints and linked Duncan to the 1997 murder of 10-year-old Anthony Martinez. Prosecutors there want to crack at Duncan and want to execute him for that crime.
We will wait. If it takes a long time, we will wait and we will make sure he comes back here. He's not walking away from this.
Duncan could also face murder charges in the 1996 murders of Sammy Jo White and Carmen Cubias, 2 sisters found dead in Seattle, just blocks from Duncan's home at the time. He allegedly told Shasta Groney he committed those murders while holding her and Dylan captive in Montana. And a county in Minnesota is waiting for Duncan too. That's where police arrested Duncan in April 2005 for molesting 2 boys on this playground and videotaping the whole thing. He jumped his bail there, then came to Idaho, where his murder spree began. And there are some other families who believe Duncan is responsible for the death of their loved ones, but Duncan is yet to be charged in those cases. We're not sure which county Duncan will end up in next. Live in the newsroom, I'm Melissa Luck, KXLY4.